if there's a way for her to recover, I'm sure she'll be able to. She has shown time and time again that she is very capable of turning the tide if she should need to. This one of mine, very cleverly placed. Marines need to focus on those Banshees. Those Banshees are doing a significant amount of damage here. My Darling actually fights off the attack, just like I was saying, and this is what happens when you don't follow up your attacks by macroing behind your attacks. It's actually going to be a problem for Ego. He had a very nice position there, but he didn't follow it with any macro production. He's just now following up some production, but My Darling is also producing behind this. She did a very good job of cauterizing the bleeding early on, and these Hellions are going to quickly lose their effectiveness with how many Marines there are, but this Banshee's doing a good job cleaning them up. The Banshee's already at 4 Marine kills, getting underneath the Banshee. The Banshee is actually going to fall. Nice stutter step by My Darling. The Hellions are actually going to be denied at the ramp. My Ego is just now getting his expansion. My Darling is going to start resaturating her natural. Well, resaturating, actually begin saturating, I should say. My Darling is at a huge SCV disadvantage, though. 14 SCVs killed by Ego, which is really daunting at the 12-minute mark. Here again, if Ego doesn't macro, though, that's actually going to only hurt him. Inside his main, he's got excellent saturation. Inside the natural, Ego also has excellent saturation. So he's still in a very good position. My Darling still has to fight off her back. She's in a tough spot right now. But like I was saying, My Darling is an exceptional player. If there's a way for her to win, she will win. We've seen it time and time again in multiple events. Gonna lose that Hellion, not sure why. And My Darling saw, he telegraphed his attack, really unfortunate. Yeah, Ego kind of gave a tell there. I don't know if you guys play poker, but every poker player has a tell, and My Darling definitely just saw Ego's tell. And Ego is running back to his base, kind of with his tail between his legs, but at the same time, you know, he's in a comfortable position here. He hasn't really lost a whole lot. He is making some Vikings to pick off the medevacs, and actually Ego getting a very good idea here. You know what? I have hurt My Darling's economy very well. That makes it safe for me to take a third. Who's excited about that? Ego's excited about that. That's who. So inside the base now we have 4 factories. The starport has since moved. Oh, right there in front of me. And 1 barrack. So we're going to see, looks like some hot mech on mech action. Isn't that just a slam diggity? +1 attack already completed by My Darling. Also has stim in the meat shield. Hellion's going to come in here and try to do some damage. Blue flame is completed for Ego. My Darling going to do drop on the mineral line. Tank is going to get in position here, but I think My Darling is actually going to get... Wow, excellent job by positioning. These Marines are actually going to clean this all up very well. Excellent stutter step by My Darling. My Darling's taking Ego's forces like... with no big deal at all here. This is exactly what I was saying about My Darling. If there's a way for her to get in, she's going to get in, and she's going to do actually well. And Ego calling the GG. Excellent turnaround by My Darling. Always fun to watch her play. And we are going to go into game 2. Ego, it is now Ego's choice. Oh, he's already in game. Whoops. All right. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and check the bracket real quick. Yeah, you know, I am very much so all for timeliness. If you're going to be AFK, you gotta let me know. If you don't let me know, you're going to get disqualified. It's all part of the rules. Even for my players. Who is taking it very well or not well at all. That may be considered hysterical laughter or sarcastic laughter. No one knows. No one was there for it. I'm not sure. Are you sure? No one's sure. No one knows. Pour out my Twitch some more. That was a crazy game. All right, so game 2, best of 3. Infinity Gaming Darling versus Royals Ego. Ego had himself an excellent lead there, but the problem was when he didn't macro up behind his attack. Had he macroed, had he spent that 1,500 minerals, he'd have won. And honestly, that's what's different. That's the main difference behind an expert player And an almost excellent player is that one little thing. Macro. Actually, technically, macro's not a small thing. I digress. In the bottom half of the map, the yellow Terran player playing for Royals, Ego. In the top half of the map, the red Terran player playing for Infinity North, My Darling, who was one ahead in the series. So as I was saying, Ego lost his last game by not macroing behind his attack. He had an excellent execution. He did a very good job in the initial stages, but once it hit the 11-minute mark, he was stockpiling way too many resources. It was a little disappointing to see him take a win and turn it over and shoot it in the back of the head and then take the loss instead. You know, but hey, I'm a gold player. I probably wouldn't have even gotten that far. So kudos. Let's see if he takes that and thinks of and learns from it. I'm sure he will. Both these players are very good. So if you take a minute, I'm not sure how many viewers I have left due to the fact that there are a million different events going on tonight on Twitch. If you are watching, thank you. I appreciate it. Your views inspire me to live. Well, maybe not that much. However, they inspire me to continue streaming. So if you're not already following me, please do. I enjoy casting events. I enjoy hosting events. I enjoy events. And I like to talk. And I like having people listen to me. So everyone wins if you follow me. Alright, we have similar openings yet again. No gas just yet. Typically we see gas right around 12. There it is. Yep, let's see. Mirror bills again. So we're going to see the Reaper Scouts. My Darling typically goes Reaper opening into a fast expansion. Probably will be another safe expand because it is against Terran player. We have the SCV coming right out here. And we have barracks placed right there. Okay, so we're going to see some 2 racks. Hot diggity. You know, it's a little strange. I don't actually see that often. Kind of catches me off guard, but that's cool. We're going to see some... it was actually going to be good, though, because I don't think My Darling is going to scout that. And she's probably just going to macro normally and be like, yeah, you know what? It's just 1 racks, you know? However, she is going to see that second refinery, so that's going to clue her in. That's probably going to make her fly her Reaper around a little bit. We do have the Orbital Command coming at 15. Excellent benchmark so far by My Darling. Pretty much bread and butter so far. I'm a little surprised she didn't go for that safe expand just yet. I'm wondering if she's going to complete that depot, then go for it. Wait till she sees with the Reaper, which is probably a better idea. Maybe scout some cheese out. I hope you like extra cheese pizza. Technically, this isn't cheese. Well, I guess you could call it cheese. I don't know. Both players sitting at even supply right now. Ego is running double refinery right now. I believe My Darling is going to start stockpiling. Yes, she is stockpiling resources. 2 Reapers coming out, going to get a quick scout. This first Reaper from Ego also going to get a quick scout. My Darling is going to follow up with this scout, and she got the first hit. So that Reaper is SOL if it continues to attack. Safe expansion right down here in the left side of the map. Ego is going to start producing a tremendous amount of Reapers, and My Darling is actually going to go back inside her base in preparation for this attack. Something just occurred to me. I don't think I have a delay on my stream. I don't know why I thought of that. Shoot, I should probably fix that. Alright, so 3 Reapers getting ready to head out here, and My Darling is actually conveniently placed right here on the peninsula. I don't know. I sense some shenanigans. But, hey, you know what? She's experienced. She might have just seen it coming. Ego, she may have read a tell somewhere. So this 2 racks play may have just become obsolete. And Ego is actually doing a very good job picking up the Reapers here. Maybe it's just coincidence. I don't know. It's just conveniently placed after seeing just a single Reaper. So My Darling Ego doing a good job microing his Reapers away. And this is how it started last time. And doing a significant amount of damage so far. Alright, so Ego doing a very good job microing the Reapers, as I was saying, picking up quite a bit of SCVs. This is exactly what happened last time. He had himself a substantial lead, and then he ended up losing it! The catastrophic ways of not macroing behind your attacks, and it looks like My Darling's she's in a hard spot right now, but here again, just like I've said before, if there is a way for My Darling to win, she will find it, and she will win. First factory coming down for Ego. We do already have the first factory down for My Darling, obviously, as you see these Hellions. The Reaper's just chilling out here, regenerating. 2 more Reapers coming in to replenish the forces. Unfortunately, the line of sight for this Hellion is going to be more than enough to handle these Reapers. Ego actually stands to lose quite a bit here if he doesn't back off with these Reapers, but it looks like he is determined. And we're going to see tanks come out right away for Ego and a starport. So he does have his expansion starting here. He knows he's safe. He's pretty much knows he's safe. Excuse me. He knows he's pretty much contained My Darling, and Ego is recognizing that, you know what, this is kind of a lost cause. I'm going to move my Bears over here. My Darling is going to still continue with her expansion. She's going to be a little bit slower than Ego, and yeah, it looks like My Darling is pretty much stationary here. Now this will be the tell. This will right here. Let's see if these guys move before anything. Oh no, there's Moreno scouted. All right, so we have 5 Reapers coming up right over here to this Orbital Command. Orbital Command getting shot, but that's not really what he wants to attack. The Reaper's going to go ahead and try and snipe a few more SCVs. Actually, Ego stands in a pretty good spot here. He could kill multiple of these units, but it's not actually going to do too much damage. These Reapers, she's going to lose quite a few Reapers. He cannot lose these Reapers. He needs the Reapers. No! All right, so he ran away. He only lost 2 Reapers. He didn't really get too many more kills, though. But My Darling actually has the upper hand in forces here. This is what I was kind of saying. Would have been a little bit better if he pulled out sooner, because now he's extremely weak, and My Darling knows it. However, he does have enough resources to build up a little bit. He could put a bunker in there if he wanted to. But it doesn't look like he's going to stop. It looks like he's going to continue with the pressure here. If it don't fit, you must quit. He's going to keep going. No? Are we good? Have we given up on this? Got to keep it going? Hey, more power to you, amigo. All right, inside the base, we have the second factory getting ready to be completed here. Reactor is also on the way to being completed. The refinery at the Natural is just now being completed. We are sitting at 27 SCVs to My Darling's SCVs 23. Now, here's the interesting fact. Ego has killed 11 SCVs, and My Darling is only at a deficit of 6 right now. If that doesn't tell you something about her ability to macro, I don't know what will. We do have Stimpack being started for My Darling, and we do have 2 Vikings being started for Ego to get ready to counter those medevacs. And Ego getting in through the front door to see exactly what he's up against. Again, My Darling has not started taking her natural just yet. So My Darling's actually at an economic disadvantage. Ego is floating quite a bit of minerals. Now, what happened last time is once Ego got a lot of minerals, he actually took a 3rd expansion instead of investing in an army for defense and offense, etc., etc. But actually, it looks like it's going to end up happening again, because he doesn't have anything to defend this push that's coming. The counterattack at the 10.5 minute mark. We do have a tank right here with two Vikings, but it's not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. These 2 Hellions going to get picked off. My Darling will actually lose those. All right, she saw that. She saw the tank. She's like, you know what? That's anti-bio. I don't want to send all this bio in, and I don't even think she has Stim ready yet. No, Stim is still 60 seconds away from being completed, so My Darling's going to move her bio back to her base. And there's another well-positioned tank right up here getting ready to snipe anything that comes in through the front door. So overall, it looks like we're going to see some macroing now. Looks like pressure's all but stopped. Nope, I was wrong. Got 2 Reapers coming up through the left side. They could be just scouting, but he could also be looking to poke a little bit. We do have the first dropship coming down out here for My Darling. No dropships just yet for Ego. SCV transfer, and she is still well saturated inside her base. It is 36 SCVs to 32 SCVs in My Darling's favor. We do have 1 depot and 1 Viking for Ego. Ego doing a very good job of getting map control by scouting with his Reapers. The mech has begun here for Ego. Now remember, if you're going to have effective mech play, you do need 3 bases. So Ego's kind of in a tough spot here. There we are. We do have the safe expansion. I was going to say, if he goes for that expansion to the 3rd, that leaves him completely open considering how low his forces are. And right over here on the left, we have My Darling coming to the dropship. So we're going to have a drop inside Ego's main while Ego goes over through the front. Now here is what I was mentioning before, the macro. You have to spend your money. If you don't spend your money, things that shouldn't do a lot of damage are going to do a lot of damage. Like this dropship with 8 Marines. This is actually going to devastate Ego, and he's taking all of his units out. Oh, it's going to be pretty much an all-in here. And these Marines are going to have free reign. There's nothing that Ego's going to be able to do. Even though he has 600 minerals in the bank, these Marines are going to kill a substantial amount of SCVs here. And My Darling just stutter-stepping away, killing 5 SCVs in seconds. That command center is actually going to get stopped right away. We do have a drop over here, My Darling, though, with a counter at the tanks at the baseline. These Hellions going to do as much... I'm sorry. I was going to say they're going to do as much as they can. There's not a whole lot of Hellions can really do against tanks. These Marines have free reign. So we have a counterattack and an attack at the same time. It's kind of Actually, Ego's in a really good position here with this blue flame, and he's going to do quite a bit of damage with this attack as well. It's the Ego's trying to fight this off here, but again, I mean, it's 8 Marines with Stim plus 1 attack, and he is losing a lot more SCVs than he needs to. He SCVs in for